He's shattered more records than any player in football history, scored more goals, lifted more trophies, and turned every club he touched into gold. But for all his greatness, there's one thing Cristiano Ronaldo never achieved, and it's the one thing that might haunt him forever. From global superstardom to scandal, controversy, and an obsession with perfection that pushed him to the edge, this is the untold side of Cristiano Ronaldo. Because while the world saw a football machine, behind the spotlight, something deeper was playing out. If you're a true football fan, you're going to want to see this entire story, because it's not what the headlines tell you. Cristiano Ronaldo wasn't born into luxury. He was raised on a small island off the coast of Portugal, Madeira, where his family struggled to make ends meet. His father worked as a kitman at a local club, and his mother cleaned houses to put food on the table. For most kids, football was just a game. For Ronaldo, it was an escape. By the age of 8, he was already turning heads at a local team called Andorinha, but it wasn't enough. He had raw talent, insane speed, and an obsession with being the best. At 12, he left his family and everything he knew to join Sporting CP's academy in Lisbon, alone, in a new city, at just 12 years old. He trained harder than anyone, often staying late after practice, kicking the ball against the wall until his feet hurt. Teammates joked he didn't just want to win, he needed to. That mindset didn't come from nowhere. Tragedy was always lurking in the background. His father battled alcoholism and passed away before Ronaldo's first Ballon d'Or. He never got to see his son become a global icon. That pain? Ronaldo never talks about it, but it shows in the way he plays, like he's chasing something more than just goals. When Manchester United signed an 18-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo in 2003, they didn't just buy a winger, they unleashed a storm. His debut was electric, stepovers, speed, and swagger. But critics weren't sold. Too flashy, too selfish, too soft. Ronaldo didn't care. He trained harder, lifted heavier, spent hours perfecting free kicks after everyone else went home. And slowly, the world started noticing. By 2008, he was the best player in England, Premier League champion, Champions League winner, and Ballon d'Or recipient. But he wasn't done. In 2009, he made a record-breaking move to Real Madrid, 94 million euros. The pressure? Unbelievable. The expectations? Even higher. Most players would crumble. Ronaldo thrived. What followed was nothing short of domination. He averaged more than a goal per game, year after year. He racked up Ballon d'Ors, Champions League titles, La Liga wins, and smashed goal records that were once considered untouchable. But this wasn't just success, it was obsession. Ronaldo became known for his ruthless work ethic. Teammates said he trained like every session was a final. To him, there was no such thing as good enough. Only records, only legacy.
But with greatness came shadows. As Ronaldo's fame exploded, so did the scrutiny. Some teammates whispered about locker room tension. Stories surfaced about his ego, how everything had to revolve around him. Opponents called him a diver. Critics said he was too obsessed with stats, too cold, too robotic. And while fans idolized his drive, others saw it as arrogance. Then came the real heat. In 2017, Spanish authorities accused Ronaldo of tax fraud. The headlines were brutal. He denied wrongdoing, but ultimately paid millions in fines to settle. Around the same time, an even darker cloud formed. An old incident from 2009 resurfaced when allegations from a U.S. case went viral again. Though the matter was legally closed, the speculation never truly disappeared. Through it all, Ronaldo stayed silent or defiant. He posted photos training harder, smiling bigger, scoring more. To the world, he was still a machine. But behind the controlled image, you could sense it. The weight of being perfect was starting to show. In 2018, just when people thought Ronaldo might start to fade, he shocked everyone again. He left Real Madrid after 9 seasons, 4 Champions League titles, and over 400 goals. His next stop, Juventus. A bold move, new league, new challenge, new critics. But Ronaldo didn't flinch. He dominated Serie A, became the league's top scorer, and even won MVP. Still, something felt different. The Champions League, his favorite stage, kept slipping away, and whispers grew louder. Was Ronaldo still the same beast? Then came the full-circle moment, a return to Manchester United in 2021. The internet exploded. It felt like destiny. But the fairy tale unraveled fast. The club was in chaos. Managers came and went. Tactics changed. Ronaldo clashed with leadership, sat on the bench, and finally walked out. What came next was even more controversial. Ronaldo joined Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. To some, it was a cash grab. To others, it was a legacy expansion, taking football global. But deep down, it felt like a statement. He didn't need Europe anymore. He was the game, and he was still writing the rules. Cristiano Ronaldo's journey with Portugal started in heartbreak and nearly ended the same way. He burst onto the international stage as a teenager during Euro 2004, helping Portugal reach the final. But they lost, at home. Ronaldo wept on the pitch. It was the first taste of national heartbreak, and it wouldn't be the last. For over a decade, he carried Portugal on his back. World Cup exits in 2006, 2010, 2014, quarterfinals, round of 16, group stages, always close, never enough. Critics questioned whether he could ever deliver for his country the way he had for clubs. Then came redemption. Euro 2016. Portugal weren't favorites. They barely made it out of the group, but Ronaldo led with fire. Against France in the final, he was forced off injured early in the match, but from the sidelines he coached, screamed, lived every second. Portugal won, and when the whistle blew, Ronaldo cried again, this time with a gold medal. He added another international title in 2019 with the Nations League. More records followed. Most international goals ever, most caps, most goals in the Euros history. But there was still one missing piece: the World Cup. 2018 ended in frustration. 2022 felt like a final chapter. Benched, eliminated, and walking off in tears. And now, as time runs out, fans wonder, was the World Cup always his curse?
Make sure you're subscribed, because what's coming next will change how you see Ronaldo forever. Forget the numbers you think you know. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just break records, he rewrote the definition of impossible. He's the all-time top scorer in the Champions League. Most international goals ever, 138 and counting. Most appearances for a national team. Most goals in the Euro. Most goals in UEFA qualifiers. Most goals in a single Champions League season. The list doesn't end. It grows. He's scored over 938 career goals. That's more than most professional clubs, and he's not done. He's the first and only player to win league titles in England, Spain, and Italy, while being top scorer in all 3. He's won over 300 trophies and medals, including 5 Ballon d'Ors and dozens of team titles from every major tournament you can name. He's even the first to score in 5 different World Cups,
the oldest to hit a World Cup hat trick, and the only player to finish as top scorer in 4 different domestic leagues. No one in football history can match that resume. Not Messi, not Pelé, not anyone. His obsession with greatness turned him into something almost mechanical, flawless, efficient, unstoppable. But with all the records behind him, there's still a question ahead. Cristiano Ronaldo has everything, on paper. More goals, more trophies, more records than anyone before him. He's inspired a generation, transcended football, and built an empire. He's been the underdog, the superstar, the villain, the icon. But for all the dominance, there's one thing he's never fully claimed: undisputed greatness. For years, fans have debated one question: Ronaldo or Messi? Even after all his achievements, the 2022 World Cup win for Argentina tilted the scales for many. Some called it the final nail. The crown, they said, belonged to Messi. Ronaldo never said it out loud, but you could feel it. The frustration, the hunger, the refusal to fade. He kept pushing, scoring in Saudi Arabia, breaking new records, chasing perfection in places no one else dared to go. But greatness isn't just about stats, it's about legacy. And in Ronaldo's case, it's also about perception. He gave everything to the game, and yet the one thing he wanted most, to be remembered as the greatest ever, without question, may forever stay just out of reach. Or maybe that's what keeps him going. In the end, Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just chase greatness, he redefined it. Every goal, every record, every impossible stat wasn't just about winning, it was about proving something. To the world, to his critics, maybe even to himself. He was never just a footballer. He was a symbol for ambition, for obsession, for the kind of relentless drive that never switches off. And maybe that's the real story. Not the trophies, not the numbers, but the fire. The unrelenting hunger to be more, even when you've already done it all. Because while the world debates who the greatest is, Ronaldo is still out there chasing something we may never fully understand. And maybe that's what makes him legendary. So what do you think? Is Ronaldo the true GOAT? Or is there something he'll never outrun? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more stories like this one.